Hey, I'm Gucci
All right,
now.
bro.
All right, 1 second. Yeah, I'm Gucci now, though. I ain't got, I'm good like I don't know what, baby. Swimwear.
Okay, let's get it then, man. Hey, man, you see your boy Usher out there fighting, man? What's going on with the R&B boys?
Yeah, we back at it now.
What's up? What's
Episode
going on, brother? We back. It's just us two today, huh?
stuff like it is, bro. The dynamic duo, dog.
Hey, sometimes you got to work that way, man. It's two better than zero.
Yeah, that give us more airtime, bro. The other boys be
It
still.
does. It does, man. You know, they definitely try to overtalk you. They're gonna try to get their point across.
We got more airtime. It's all good.
Yes, sir. So, man, you want to jump right into it, brother?
Let's get to it, bro.
First and foremost, man, how you doing?
Everything good, bro. Just chilling. Finally got some nice weather in the DMV. May have to
Oh
go
yeah,
out
man.
but a little bit.
Hey, it's lovely, brother. I ain't gonna lie, today definitely for sure. Today is very lovely, lovely, man. And it's gonna be, it's a good sports day. You got the Derby. You got a Canelo fight tonight. You got the Warriors versus the Lakers. You got Knicks Heat. I mean, action packed day, man. So let's get into it and jump into it first and foremost, man. Let's do a recap of what we saw last night, man.
Let's
A
do it.
lot of it was a war of a game and an understatement because people getting stepped on, guys getting knocked down. I think I'm taking the Williams got stepped on his jaw, got his, got his mouth busted open by B's foot. Man, it was a game, but from beginning to end, Boston dominated that game, man. So let's talk about that first and foremost, man. Give me your thoughts on that game three discussion. And what did you thought about game three between Boston and the Sixers?
Yeah, I mean Boston, just doing what they do, bro. And they should be up 3-0. But when you take your foot off the gas and underestimate people, sometimes you just lose the game. But I think now they're focused. They're just a better team. And they showed it
Mm.
last night. They were blitzing Harden. Harden seemed like he couldn't get in a rhythm, even though he had a lot of assists, but he just couldn't get going. And that law firm, as they say, bro, Tatum and Brown is just the dynamic. But they got too many weapons, bro. Like Brock.
Mhm.
Smart. You got, Al Horford hitting you a few shots here and there. White contributing. Like they just got too much for Philly, bro. And with Embiid hobbling a little bit. I mean, you need him on the floor, but he's not 100% healthy. You can tell. He's just truly gutting it out and giving his team the best chance, for them to win the series. But you can tell he's not 100%. Because he just looked like he probably shouldn't be playing. I think if it was the regular season, he wouldn't be. But he's giving it his all. But his others are not giving him much of nothing, bro. Maxi, giving it his all, but Harden just I don't know, bro, pitiful. Harris, you can't count on him, and the other ones just not doing it enough. And it was a close game for a little bit, like down to like the last couple minutes. But Boston's just too talented, bro. They're too talented.
I think that's the thing that I'm really and this is one thing we really got to dive into, man. Like it just seems like Boston's very talented, but the game one formula was spreading them out.
Yeah, it
Was
was.
spreading them out, shooting the three, getting the three out. I mean, James Harden had 45 points, did like 9 or 10 dimes, gave the ball out, distributed the right way, got it to the right players. Harris played a very strong game. Maxi wasn't on, so that made it even more impressive because they won game one the way they won it, being that Maxi was not on in game one. So I'm not gonna say I'm confused, but it just seems like EB comes back and they just don't play spirited off in game two, lose by 30, and with Tatum only having 7 points.
Mm,
Right? So that's big. Knowing Tatum only has 7 points,
yeah,
still lose by 30 points. And then come to game three, you at home. Even though Boston got a lot of momentum, I mean, man, you would just expect that game three, that in that type of atmosphere, that Philly would have came out with more spirit, man, and ready to and really try to put a lot of pressure on Boston. Wouldn't be having a game up under his belt with the knee situation. Should have a little more flexibility. They were saying there was no real swelling. You would think that they would just been a better game plan for that, man. And I mean, from beginning to end, Boston just really put the game away.
Yeah,
And I'm at a point where you're right. This could have been a sweep
yeah,
if maybe they came out. I'm not gonna say Boston came in lethargic, and because it seemed like to me Boston having a tough time guarding Philly game one, but because Embiid's not in the paint, he's kind of like, you don't have to worry. You now got to worry about, because Philly can go small. You
yep,
don't have to, and they got big school shoot threes, and they even the big Reed who was um playing the role of Embiid, and but he's normally in the second lineup. He had like 13 boards. All he do is crash the boards. He doesn't have to really worry about. So you're not worried about his scoring, but he's
yeah.
crashing the boards recklessly, and you got to worry about that. It seems like when the Bees, they don't have to worry about that anymore. Embiid's going to play on the block or stay at the top and
Yeah.
shoot that little mid-range jump on the three. He's not really crashing to the basket and dominating the post like he normally do. They're going to have to see, like, but they also feel like that game where the pace was a lot faster. Seems like to me this
They
game
got
three, yeah, it seems like game three, man, that pace was slow. Um, and they didn't get enough shots up. Tucker got to give him something.
to
You got to give him something, brother.
when you got your starting backcourt giving you 7 for 30. I don't think
Yeah.
gonna be Boston. And then your third, I would say you're probably Harden, Harris, maybe your third scorer, but Harris giving you what, shit, 7 points, and like, bro, come on, dog. Like, bro, you damn near a max player pay wise, bro. I got to get more out of you. Like, I got to get.
Hmm.
It's been a disappointment since Harris been in Philly. Straight disappointment.
You think it's
He
been a disappointment, or is this
he,
really who he is? And
he may
maybe
be
it's
who
just.
he is, but they need you from a consistency standpoint, especially when you're not getting nothing out of Harden. Like
Hmm.
they need you to step up. Like that's what they got you. It's
Mm,
almost a luxury to have Embiid, Maxey, Harden, Harris. Like, can I get 3 out of these 4 cats to give me 15, 20 points? Like, I don't think that's
yeah.
much. Like, I don't think, especially with the number of possessions that these teams get in the NBA nowadays, there's no reason for them cats can get you 17 to 20 points easy, with Embiid probably giving you the 30. Like, it's not that hard to ask.
So do you think it's a scoring thing? Is a situation where he's not getting enough points? You just said points is his premium, right? So do you think is it the way he's playing? Is he too timid? Like, what's your expectation of him?
Of who
Like,
to buy?
what's about Harris? Yeah, because I mean, he get paid well, but
They
is he getting paid to be the third best player? Is he getting paid? Do you feel like he should be the
he
fact
should.
that he should be the second best player out there?
I think Maxey, I think, is ascended to probably their second best player behind Embiid. But Maxey giving
Mm,
got the energy. His shots getting better. So I think between Harris and Harden, you can pick your point on who the third option is. But it's not too much to ask that Harris giving you 18, 19 points a game and giving you 7 to 8, 9 rebounds. That's not hard. That's not much to ask. You're a great free throw
mm.
shooter. Like the NBA, bro, you can score 17, bro, walking in your sleep most of the time because you're going to at least get 5 to 7 free throws.
I
Hell,
don't
you
know if that's, but
shots,
here's
get that damn
I
17.
I hear what you said, but that's not always true, man. Because if that's the case, everybody was scoring 17 a game.
You see how many people scoring 20 points nowadays?
Yeah, but those are still scores, though, man. Like people, if you really want to say like, hey, anybody can score 17 points, then everybody would score 17 points.
It's a lot of people probably are, dog. Like we haven't did the numbers on that shit. I bet it's probably at an all-time high. People scoring 20 points a game now.
I don't know, man. I don't think everybody can score that much points, man. I think
But
everybody. I would
got
like to think
Harris,
that, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
but he got to give me more than shit 7 points, bro. Like
Yeah, he's
especially
got to give you more than seven. Yes.
Austin's got too high power. They shoot so many threes, and if they shooting 43, you know they may hit at least 15 of them. Like you gotta match that, unless this Embiid is just going stupid in the paint. Like it's
And
hard to
then
offset that.
I agree. Then you gotta realize like Boston bench is gonna give them 20, 25 points a game, if not 30.
Yep, because Brogdon,
That bit Brockton's gonna give you like 15, 20. That bench scoring is strong, man. Williams gonna give you like 10 or 15 points.
time to
Like
shine.
Grant Williams. So it's like you got to know that their bench is gonna they have a strong bench. That's gonna put a lot of pressure on your second unit. You need Harris to give you like that 15, 20 point scoring, man.
Got to. Yeah,
Because if you don't get that,
it's hard to beat Boston, bro.
it's
Like,
gonna be hard to beat Boston, man. But I mean, you just gotta have if your starters. If you don't have a lot of strong bench scoring, then your starters need to play well. And that's the case. And that's the case what's going on with the Sixers. Their stars just not playing well. James Harden for the last 2 games has been
shelling himself.
shutting himself. And then you get Embiid only giving you 15 game 2, and you got to realize he's really working on one leg. So you know that's gonna be an issue. Like it's
Yep.
just to me that's where a lot of shortcomings is falling out. It's just they don't have enough, and you need more to play against a team like Boston, bro.
Yeah, like you said, you need all four of those big guys to give you at least 15, at least all
Yeah,
four.
they ain't
And B
they
going,
ain't giving
he just got nobody to stop him, even on one leg. But
no one leg, bro. He killing them.
by like game 4, they need like 40 from Embiid, bro. Like he gonna have to have a MVP performance in game 4. If not, gonna go down
Yeah,
1, and it's gonna probably be a gentleman sweep.
yeah. If they go down 3-1, it's over. You need Embiid to give you that scoring because you a 40. You got to give a like you said an MVP performance.
Yeah, and they need one.
He needs to give a performance like Joker gave the other day.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
He needs one of those, bro. He needs a that type of performance where he's dominating the game and he leaves no doubt that there's gonna be a game 5 and a game 6.
They might need 50.
100%.
They might need 50, bro.
You think he needs 50?
Hey, bro, they just need it, bro. It's like I said, you're not getting much out of what's his name, Harris, and you're not getting much out of Tucker unless Tucker hitting these
Oh,
corner threes.
Tucker give you nothing. That
He just
man had a
running around.
record with 0 points. Now he's a great defender, and he's
Yeah,
gonna give you hustle, 100%. He gives you hustle and determination. But when it comes to anything else, brother, I don't know. He ain't giving you nothing else.
nope, nah,
He ain't
bro.
giving you nothing else, bro. So let's go to the next series. So we dive into that one. Well, one more question that I want to ask before we get to the Suns and the Suns. Do a recap of the Suns and Nuggets series. Do you think? And we kind of talked about this. That Embiid got to give a 50 pointer, but are Philly better without Embiid in this series? I mean, a Hubble Embiid is that better than nothing?
I think it's better than nothing. They just don't have a viable backup to pretty much give you no counterpoint. Reed is nice. He's a
Yeah,
guy, but he's not giving you 10 points.
no,
But you need Embiid. Embiid, even with one leg, like you saw last night, he give you 30, right?
yeah.
And just think if he had two legs, two good knees, So yeah, they need him, bro. It's not even a question that him not playing, they're better off. Even though they had game 1, Harden went crazy, but we know Embiid is the MVP. He's the MVP for a reason, and that's why I feel in the position at the end to have a top, 3 team in the East. Like, you gotta have him, bro. Like I better have him than something is better than nothing.
Mm. I
Embiid
say
too.
the same thing, man. I think Embiid, you gotta have Embiid, but I don't know. They looked so much fluid when they didn't have him on the court,
They
right?
pushed.
In game 1.
Yeah, they
Because
pushed that.
they push the pace. But now with him there, you gotta utilize his strength, which is low post presence.
But even still, like I would still push the pace. Like Embiid is too talented and too good. He gonna get his right. Don't worry. Like if I'm Embiid, look, man, push the pace, run. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna get.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get mine. We just continue and see what that formula for game 1. Push the pace, up the tempo. I'm gonna get mine. Don't worry about me. That's what they need to do to get back into this series to push the tempo like game 1 and meet and match fire with Boston.
Who wins game 4 then?
Boston run away again.
Damn, you said it's 3-1.
Yeah,
I
Boston.
think Philly. I think Philly picks this one up. I think they win game 4.
I
I had
ain't gonna,
Boston 6 in the first place.
yeah, I ain't gonna say no that Philly won't win, but Boston just I think Boston locked in now.
I think to the NBA they need Philly to win. The
Might try,
NBA needs this series. They need this series to go a little longer. They need this series to go a little longer, bro. If they let this series go to just 5 games, then it's a wrap. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Nobody's gonna pay attention to the final to the NBA finals at all because if Philly's not there, taking this to 7, at least to 6 or 7 games. I mean, you don't really want to. You think that at this point, there's really no good team. It's gonna be a rematch, or it's gonna be whoever's in the West because
Yeah,
Boston that's just that much better. So I don't know, man. Let's talk about the Suns and Nuggets though. Man, that was a hell of a game.
bro, it
I was texting everybody about it. It was a hell of a game.
Moss Point killer.
Most point killer. I keep telling y'all about that boy. That boy by way of Michigan slash Mississippi. Trying to tell y'all about that boy. I keep telling you. Let's get into it, man. So give me your thoughts on that game.
Yeah, I think it was a good game, bro. Like, and we always just like a lot of people always talk about it, the role players play better at home, and
Mm-hmm.
Harden just ain't getting it going yet. KCP not really giving them nothing, but if they're in Denver, they be lights out. But for me,
Yeah,
it was all about KD and Booker, man. Like they almost is gonna have to sustain this type of performance for them to win these series because
absolutely.
they might even have to play 48 minutes, bro. Like it's just night and day when they're not on the court, but they play so many minutes, bro. And you hopefully they don't wear down, but Book was unconscious. Like, and I was talking to the cast last night. I'm like, bro, like Booker got it going. At least double him right now because KD was struggling, and KD still hasn't found his groove just yet. Like he's still
Mm-hmm.
shot, but he get to the line so much. Shit, he gonna be 15 out of 15 from the free throw line. He's like it was like 14 to 16 last night, but
Mm-hmm.
don't get enough going to get you 30. You blink your eye, but Book had it cooking, bro. They ain't
No.
had no answer for that boy. No way, no how. He was getting it off the dribble. He was getting his three ball going. He was in the mid range. He was in his bag last night. Book was,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, can they sustain that performance, bro? To try to even stay in the series, especially when Aiton not giving you nothing. And we could talk about that dude, bro. Like, bro, what are you pouting for? But can they sustain this performance, bro? Because they almost going to need it. Like, yeah, their bench played a little bit more. They played a lot better. You know, they had a TJ Warren sighting. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, bro,
Really, I mean, to all fairness for him, they finally just played him.
yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes, bro, you gotta get out of your own way, mind way, and say, look, you know, we gon' we relied on these people all year. You need them now, and go with because Book and KD gonna get you probably combined 60 to 70 points a game, but you still
Mm-hmm.
need other people to come because Denver is deep. Like Denver is deep. Jokic went crazy last night with the triple double,
Nah, that
and it
boy had
still wasn't.
35, 17, and 17.
That's insane, bro.
That boy had 35. That's why I said, man, listen,
That's like Oscar Robertson type deal.
that's an amazing accomplishment, bro. I'm gonna say it like I said last night. Hit the what's the name, man?
Huh?
Hit the button over there. Hit the alert button, whatever it is.
So the scary boy.
The horn. Hey, there we go. The scare button. Yep. Put it out. I'm about to put this out here. Booker is the best player on the Phoenix Suns.
Think so?
They're only gonna go as far as Booker take them.
Mm.
Like you're starting to see. Wait, we'll talk about the Lakers in a minute. About the KD and LeBron situation, where, and I didn't mean it last night when I texted he's additional piece, not additional piece. Of course, he's a major piece, but what you're starting to see is even though they can put up numbers and they're efficient, they play well, it's just their game and their style of play or whatever going on. They're consistently gonna give you what they give you. We know that. But I don't know how much it affects the team with them as them being the lead or the best player. When you see like with and same thing with AD, AD's gotta be that guy. He gotta be the guy for the Lakers to win because his imprint on the game is bigger and stronger than Bron is at this point in his career. It's just it is what it is. That's
Absolutely.
what you that's what you're seeing with Booker. Booker's gonna have to score 40 each game for them to win.
Yeah, bro.
They're not going. They're not going to win without him scoring 40.
But
I don't care what KD does.
they ain't had nobody else in double figures but him and KD.
That's it. And then KD had 39, but KD field he was 12 for 31 last night.
He struggled. He's been struggling
He
this
got
whole.
he's been short the whole series. He was 10 for 27 last game two. He was like 10 for 18 game one, but he had those 8 turnovers. He's not I know Keon, you hate hearing this, but it's as real as it get. He's not the best player on the team. So what they're going to end up having to do, and we're starting to see, is they're going to have to say, okay, Katie, you're not the best player on the team. So we're gonna have to figure something else out, which I keep screaming. I've screamed this several times now. They're gonna have to figure it out. That you need to play through Booker. Booker had what 45, 6 and 9 last night?
Oh, it's
You gotta play, you gotta 47, 6 and 9.
up.
Like you gotta play through Booker, bro. Like
Yeah.
it is what it's play through Booker. Booker should be your lead, and then allow Booker to get those double teams so that KD can get some of those free shots that he needs to get or get to the foul line. But you got to play through Booker because Booker's the lead guy. He's the guy. He's the best player on the team. I didn't even when we were talking about Chris Paul being out, I was like, well, I don't think that's that big of a deal because that's just more shots for Booker. That's more shots for KD. So I'm not sure how that's going to be an issue. But with KD shooting so inefficient, and this dude Booker was 20 of 25 last night.
He was cooking, boy. He was in his bag.
No, I mean, like, and it's like you got to play through him. I don't care what's going on. Play through this kid. Like, he's the best player on the team.
And,
I know they traded all that for KD, bro. Booker's your best player.
and I
I mean,
think,
KD's great, but Booker's your
like,
best player.
and I think even going forward, even if Chris Paul does come back and they somehow extend the series, like you said, you got to play through Booker. Like ball handling, he's improved with that. He's
Yep,
improved decision making, and I think now just going forward for his son's future, that should be their recipe. KD
yep,
just, but like nobody's never going to deny his greatness. But shit, you can throw KD in a phone booth and KD gonna get 25. Like that's
right.
how great he is. No matter if he's handling the ball or not, he's gonna get his. But
Yeah, because he always played great off the ball, right?
yeah, that's to his greatness, right? Like he can play with anybody, right?
Right.
And so last night they needed all the playmaking ability that Booker gave them last night. They needed everything. I think that could be their recipe going forward, even if Chris Paul comes back in this series and even next season.
And you got to realize Murray was struggling last night.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a Mary that's not playing. Mary that's not playing well. Porter still hasn't found his niche in this series. Outside of game one, what's the dunker?
Gordon.
Gordon. I mean Gordon. Outside of game one, he really hasn't done much outside that. I think probably using a lot of his energy guarding KD or sometimes Booker.
Yeah.
So but you got a imprint, and you just stated it right there just a minute ago. You got the imprint. Play through Booker. Like use your bench more, please. Terrence Ross should get more playing time. Warren should get more playing time, of course. But play through Booker. Booker is he's your leading player. He's your leading playmaker. Chris Paul is out, and like you just said, when Chris Paul come back, you still put that ball in Booker's hands.
Yep.
Like you say, hey Booker, man, listen, especially in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, you run through Booker, man. And Aiden, bro, what's your problem?
Yeah, bro.
What is your problem? Like he's so moody.
He's getting
Like,
maybe he was in his feelings. Maybe he was in his feelings.
uh,
And this is not the first time, bro. Like the same thing happened last season. Like it's just like if he's not getting his way, like he just pouting. Like for whatever
you so moody, bro. Like, man, you the
you
moodiest
deserve to be
kid.
benched last night. Like you deserve the performance you gave last
Yeah,
night.
14-7, and you were getting cooked.
Boy, at 4 points, bro. Like
At 4 points.
4 points, bro. Unacceptable. 2 for 6.
Yeah,
Unacceptable.
you're getting cooked.
Cook. Jokic had his
By,
way.
by a slow-footed, a slow foot, a slow-footed man, slow feet, barely can jump, dude, bro. He is cooking you like it ain't no business. Like it ain't even. I mean, it's to a point where I know they were looking at the game. The only person that cooked him worse was Giannis.
Yeah.
Outside of that, bro, Giannis the only dude that cooked him worse than this. I watched that game like, bro, like this dude ain't what we think he is.
and they paid him like that. And I don't think they really wanted him. It's just they were forced to match the offer. Like you're just not gonna let him walk. But I think if they had their way, I don't think they would have resigned him.
Yeah, I mean, I think they wouldn't resign if he wasn't a restricted free agent.
Yeah,
I think he was just a free agent. They'd been like, all right, then go ahead,
yep.
because the backup gets more playing time these days.
Yeah, and that's another thing Denver need to do too. Denver only played 8 people last night. Like, no, go back to expanding playing eight about 9, 10, right? Because you can't expect Murray and KCP and go and continue to play 40 minutes a game like that. Like go with your formula that you've been winning with. But I still like, Denver in this series. I just think the depth, I think should just be too much for 2 people for KD and Booker to try to win this whole entire series by himself though.
Yeah, me and you both we picked different six, so I still stick with different six. But now they got a formula. They won a game. Let's see what game four looks like. But once again, play through Book. He's the best player on the team, man. He's probably, I mean, he's showing to be at times the best player on the floor. But Joker's right beside him. They both are two of the best players on the floor. So you're starting to see quality play. But you just hope Murray doesn't get the going. Outside of game one,
Yeah.
Murray's been he's been off. Game two, he really didn't do much of anything. And in game three, he was off. His shooting was off. So you're really getting all the riches right now with their second best player not playing as great, and then Denver's bench has been playing fantastic when they're at home. So, listen, got a recipe. Game four tomorrow. Who you got winning that game?
I think Phoenix wins game 4 and then they lose the next 2.
Okay, yeah, we both said game Nuggets in six. So, yeah, I think so as well. I think they win game four, but they lose the next two.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. All right, next up, man. Let's get this one game one. Game three of tonight.
I
Heat,
think
Heat against the Knicks.
yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Do you think Jimmy playing?
Yeah, Jimmy back.
He's back. Hey,
Yeah,
you think he can get back with that ankle like that?
he gonna show give it a shot.
Okay.
Show give
Okay, so give me the keys to this win, bro. Who you think gonna win the game tonight or
Jalen
today at 3:30?
Jalen and Julius Randle. I need a coming out party for both of you guys. This is your
Mm.
without you got to hobble Jimmy. He is playing with house money with the point guard number 2 Vincent. He playing lights out in the absence
Yeah,
of
it is.
he's shooting the ball well. And Miami's just
Yeah.
a scrappy team, but the Knicks just got 2 better people. The key for today,
Mm.
RJ Barrett. I need a performance, RJ. I need you tonight. You need to
Mm.
be Brunson, Randall, and Barrett. You're the 2 of the 5 people on the floor. You probably of the top 3 or 4 people on the floor. Like
Mm.
you got the better team. You can't let Jimmy go crazy today, and you got to limit Miami's 3-point game. But I like what the Knicks can do. But those 3 pass got to show up for me tonight. Like they got to show up.
I agree. I think all three of those guys got to show up, man. Because Kevin Love has had like a resurface in these playoffs.
It's that heat, bro. It's that warm weather, man. Gotta be.
I
He's
don't
stuck.
know what's going on with him,
Oh,
man, but this is Kevin Love of we've been seeing the Kevin Love of Timberwolves.
yeah. It's that warm weather, man.
It seems like he done had a resurgence. Like he looked trash when he was still in Cleveland last season. But I mean this past season. But all of a sudden, ever since he left Cleveland, man, and came to Miami, he's putting up real strong numbers and has been a huge influence on that team as far as them winning the first series and now this series. And to me, Bam's been a no-show.
It's just who he is, bro. I just think he's one of those players, bro. He gonna get you the defense, but he might get you 12 and 10. It's just kind of who he is. Like you would think when they went to the bubble when the championship, you thought he would take that next step. He hasn't, but I just think he's just who he is, bro. He's just a double, low scoring, get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's just who he is, bro. And I don't never
But
see
he
him.
but he didn't get paid like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, see, a lot of these cats in the NBA is overpaid. It's just inflated. Salaries are just ridiculous, bro.
He
Like,
getting paid like a guy that's supposed to be the guy,
yeah,
right?
he could have
The
been the
guy.
best player.
He could be
Like,
their best player, or they thought he had the potential to be the best player, and he's getting paid like a guy that should be doing a lot of great things, and we're not seeing it. So, to me, I'm looking at that, thinking to myself, like, okay, Bam, this is supposed to be your team, and at this point, you should be the guy here. And they're not seeing that. So at some point they're gonna look for a trade with him because they need to get stronger in the interior. You know, you're not gonna be able to win a championship with this roster. You can get to the playoffs, you can advance, right? But you're not gonna win a championship with this roster, bro. You're
Yeah.
not gonna do it.
They got a guy out in Portland.
He would be a good trade chip, right? For Dame.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
damn, if you get Dame though, you're getting better on the wings, you're getting better in the backcourt, but what you gonna do with the front court?
Yeah, man. The NBA always find a way to get bigs. Somebody can fill a role or a
Well,
body.
how about this? If you're gonna do it, you're gonna go for Dame. Why not trade some of the other players and then you keep Dame and Bam? Then you got the roster you need.
Yeah, I mean Tyler Hero, a good trade piece. Uh,
Yeah.
Playing well, new contract. Like he could be a trade piece. They just got a gritty team, but and you know what? I've been like, this is what frustrates me about Jimmy Butler, man. He coasts throughout the whole entire regular season. And come playoff, we always like this playoff Jimmy. Like, bro, your team could be a lot further if you just gave a little bit more in the regular season. You wouldn't be stuck
Mhm.
on the seventh seed, wherever they are right now. Like, it could be a whole lot better, bro, if he would just stop coasting during the regular season.
I agree, bro.
Like he just be chilling. Like, just don't play. He don't give like this type of performance. Like, he'd be straight chilling in the regular season.
Regular season, he's just here to show up,
Yep.
and that's it. And
Which is
like, yeah, I agree, bro. No, yeah, Jimmy doesn't. No, I mean, I don't say he does coast in the regular season,
no, you do.
but
Like you
you're
just
right.
Miami got enough to not be a damn 8 seed, bro, or 7 seed, whatever the hell they are. Like,
There was AC. You right
yeah,
on money. They were.
bro, they got too good of a pieces to be an 8 seed, bro. And it's for the last few years. He just be chilling. And then come playoff, he perform.
So what you do if you're Miami? What you do with that?
I mean,
What do you do with him?
it's hard to get on him about it because the dude's so talented. He gives max effort, but at the same time, you gotta be like, Jimmy, we need a little bit more. Right? We don't have a roster for you to just be chilling. Like, we can't keep fighting from the bottom every single year thinking we're gonna win a championship. That's just not gonna work. Yeah, it's a nice
It,
story. Beat Milwaukee as a number 1 seed, but how far are you really gonna go as an 8 seed? Like, it's
what,
very rare that you go championship from an 8 seed, seven
what
seed.
is
Like,
it? With knowing that the collective bar is going to change the way it is, the CBA is going to change, and you're going to not be able probably to even have. You will only be able to have maybe two max players. Period.
yeah,
So even in the future, in the immediate future, you're going to have. You may have two max players, and then even your bench may be affected by the fact that you have two max players,
yeah,
right? Yeah, regular season, you coming through coasting, you ain't getting your money's worth.
facts.
You ain't getting your money's worth, man. But here's the thing about the Knicks, though. I don't. Here's the thing: the Knicks are a good story to me.
Uh-huh.
Great freaking story. Like I mean, we're watching them, and they're a fantastic story. But that's it. Like I don't know if they're good enough to even beat Miami Heat.
Yeah, but they got 3 guys that can go get it. It's just Barrett is inconsistent. Brunson has been performing. Julius Randle has been playing well, but it's just that third piece is to offset Miami's hustle, a little bit of grit. You can't name outside of Jimmy who else can give them 20. So you would think
Yeah,
the Knicks you would think should be able to win this series with the 3 players that they got. You can't name nobody else out of Jimmy that on a consistent basis give you 20, 25. Like nobody.
yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, it's good for them, right? So they got like quite a few players who give you 10 to 15 points in Miami Heat. But then, like with the Knicks, man, it's like Jalen Brunson give you 20, maybe if he gives you 20 on the road or not. I'm not totally sure. He played great against Clemson. I mean, Cleveland on the road, but I just don't know if this. I mean, they're a very good, gritty team, and it's
Yep.
a good story. But they really don't have a superstar player that you know you can depend on.
No, they don't.
Randall's been their superstar player, but he's been somewhat injured with his ankle and inconsistent play sometimes, especially on the road. I don't know if I can look at that team and really say how they're not from a roster standpoint. I'm not sure they're that much better than the Miami Heat,
They
right?
got. Yeah, you're right. Like you look from roster to roster, I think they got the better roster. They just got cats that need to perform.
So between the two teams, who you think will win tonight? Who you got today? 3:30. Who you got winning this game?
Miami wins tonight. Going back to the Garden 2-1.
Going well. They still got
Oh,
game 3 and 4.
and for you, I got Miami winning today though.
Okay, Miami. You got Miami winning the game.
Mm-hmm.
My pick is I got Miami winning today too. I think Miami's gonna win this game, but I think the Knicks probably will win game 4. I got
Yeah.
Miami winning today, and then going back to the Garden 2-2.
Yep. And then in game
All right.
5, that point, because the Garden gonna be electric, and I think they feed off that. I got Miami, New York winning game 5 in the Garden.
Yeah, it's a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em game for that one for me. I mean, I'm looking at it like I don't know which can win, but yeah, it's a pick 'em game between that one, bro. That's right. Let's get into a little bit about the next game. I know you really want to dive into this.
They're good. I mean, it's a good
Okay.
storyline. Star power. They got a little bit of everything, boy.
It's going to be a probably the game, the marquee game of the day,
Yep.
7 o'clock. Lakers Warriors. Um, let's talk about it. Give me your thoughts on this game tonight, this match tonight between the two teams.
Hey, bro, which AD gonna show up, bro? And I looked at them numbers. That shit is insane. That it's truly every other game that dude has not performed.
And it's sometimes it's in the wins and sometimes it's in the losses. He's had
No,
great games in the wins and he's had a great game in the loss.
and you see when he performs, the Lakers win comfortably.
Yep,
Like,
I agree.
like, bro, like mentally, like, and that's why we gotta stop throwing this great label out at a lot of players. You need to be consistent every year out to be great. AD has not been consistent at all. And we always say he got the great, he's top 5 talent. But bro, I need you every night. You got nobody on Golden State that can stop you. Nobody. Nobody's quick enough. Nobody's tall enough to stop you. It's all up above the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Like me
Mm-hmm.
on that bitch, I'm the baddest man walking. Nobody can stop me. And I'm coming in this bitch and getting 30 and 25. But it's all about effort. Like you can't be lethargical and shooting your shot short, trotting back. Like you gotta be locked in mentally for the Lakers to win this series, let alone a game. But for me tonight, I think the Lakers will win the inside battle. They may get to I think they get to the free throw line a little bit more playing at home. And I think that's their key to winning the game, just like they did game 1. Now, for the Golden State Warriors, they're gonna hit 23s. You just know that. But you can't let uh Looney get you double, 10 points. You can't lay Draymond Green like last game, get you 12, 13 points, get anything he want off the dribble, control the offense, being able to, pass and get Steph and Clay easy shots. And I'm not sure what Darvin Ham. I get what he's doing because Draymond's not a shooter. But at the same time, when you drop off of him so much, those when Steph and Clay come off those picks, all they need is a little space. And Draymond can hit him with an easy pass. So if I'm Darvin Ham, I'm pressuring with Draymond Green when he has it at the top of the key because now he can't make those easy passes. He can't make those that offense go. So I would make that adjustment if I'm Darvin Ham. I'm not letting AD just sit in the paint because it's not like the Warriors are a paint team. They're a jump shooting team.
And here's, I mean, that's a great example. That's a good point. It's a great example. It is because they went with Green in game 2. Bro, had to bring AD out that paint. Now you take away those 5 blocks that AD had in game 1, and he's
Mhm.
less effective. It seems to me like AD, when his defense is on, his offensive game is on,
There's
and the
effort.
effort's there. But when he's not able to show that effort in game like he did in game 1, when he had that 31 and 20, and the defense was there with 5 blocks, it seems like that really hurt him on the offensive side because that you have a 12 and 7, 11 and 7, or 12 and 7. Come on, brother, you can't do that.
That's pitiful.
And here's the thing, and you're right a lot of different ways, and we gotta really put this out there. This is AD's team.
Yes, it should be.
This is not LeBron's team, folks. Like this is AD's team.
You should.
This
You
is they go as AD goes.
absolutely, Brian.
Uh,
Now, like you saw in the first half, like he was cooking, but it made no impact.
No impact. And I keep telling people this. I've said this, and it sort of goes back to KD. To me, I'm just being honest. KD's game, a lot of KD play is not. It's not the impact's not as great as when Booker's playing a leading role because his impact is different. It's the same thing with Bron. Brian can give you 28, 27, 28 points. But
Yeah.
when you watch the game, you're looking at Bron, you're like, man, oh, Bron got 21. Oh, they still down by 12.
Yeah.
Like, but when you watch AD and you watch what he does, and you watch game one, how he was going out there, first in the first half, you saw his impact was different, and it just impacts the game more. This team is built around, it may be built around LeBron, but it's really AD's
AD.
team. And if AD plays insufficient, doesn't play great, doesn't dominate, especially in the paint, they are a done deal. They are.
Yeah.
And I was, and if we have a ref that ever listen to us, man, can y'all NBA refs, can y'all please call? There were 3 seconds on AD. That boy sit in the lane.
Yeah. He do be sitting in that joint.
He's sitting in the lane. They don't call nothing on AD. AD sits in the lane. I'll be like, man, you can sit there and look at AD. AD just be sitting there, sitting in the lane. I'll be like, bro, how you just sitting there like this?
Yeah, the ref,
But listen,
they be
AD
expecting to.
AD is the best player on the team. I'm gonna be very clear with everybody, honest. And
Absolutely.
when his impact's not felt, you see it in these games, bro. And I think here's the thing. Does he come out today and try to force the issue? Does he play lethargic? Like what happens today?
I need
Because what are your thoughts on it?
performance in the first quarter. I need a double digit performance. I need him at
Okay.
least 13, get 7, 8 shots up. Like I just need to be a presence. Like I'm not asking you to go out there and get 30 and 23, but I need to see the effort, right? Like I need to see effort. Call for the ball sometime. Like between him and Brian, bro, get on the block. You don't have to be on the perimeter. You got the size advantage, no shot blocking, right? And we got to give Steve Kerr some credit too.
Yeah, for making that adjustment. Yep.
Jermichael Green giving you more shooting on the perimeter. But at the end of the day, if AD just does what AD does, like you limit a lot of those things that they're doing. You don't let Draymond Green just go from coast to coast and get an easy layup. Like he's the engine for their team, but give Steve Kerr a lot of credit, bro. Like dude don't have no ego. He ain't got no problem sitting nobody. So Michael Green probably didn't play that much in the damn whole season. But dude
Hmm.
who came out there open jumpers, professional, ready to play, gave him double digits, right? And then Clay was just unconscious, but the ball was barely touching Clay hands, and the joint was out of his hand, nothing but net, right? And the Lakers is gonna give up 10, 20 to threes. They're gonna give up about 23s, bro. They just shoot too well. But you gotta have the others for the Lakers. Austin Reeves, I need something, brother. Hey, we talking AR 15 and all this. You've been struggling in the last few games. I need you
Yep.
to back to when you hit those big shots in Memphis. You talking about I am him. I need I am him tonight in the next couple
What
games.
do you think they give him more minutes to Yukamar? Yumamore?
Just go with the formula that's been getting you there. Like if Rui gonna give you 25 minutes, he's been shooting the ball well. Like you just adjust as you see how the game's going. Like you can't just say, okay, yeah, I just need to give him more minutes, but at the same time, what is he giving me defensively? Right? Like
Hmm.
you can't just give one side of the basketball. The Warriors are too good coming off those down screens, and they just lethal. Right? So just
Hmm.
continue what you've been doing, but they need AR-15 to step up Austin Reed to give him a little bit more. He's been struggling with his shot. He's not even getting much, off the dribble creatively. And like I said, I think that's the key. But it all boils down to Anthony Davis, bro. Like he's the engine that makes the Lakers car go. And when he's energetic, it seems like they just all energized from a defensive standpoint. But the Warriors gonna do what the Warriors do from a shooting standpoint. You just nothing you can do. But you can't lose the free throw battle, inside battle, and the 3-point line like game 2 and expect to win any game.
That's
If not,
true, bro.
if not, the Warriors winning in 5.
Yeah, yeah. If they don't, bro. Yeah, you're right, bro. If they don't find a recipe to maybe get what's the way to get Reeves going, because here's the thing, you saw it in game two because You saw it in game two in this aspect. 80 wasn't dominant. There was no wide open shots for Reeves. So because the defense not concentrate on staying out on the shooters because 80's not being the 80 that we seen in game one. So now Reeves is not doing it. He can't get wide open shots, or at least get shots or drive to the lane, handle the ball, and get those little floaters that he likes to shoot, the mid range shots like he shoot to get him going. It
Mhm.
wasn't there because AD wasn't. That's the thing. The offense run. Like I said, and I said this a minute ago. It may be built for LeBron, but the offense runs around AD. So, like, if AD's not balling, he's not giving those guys those mid range open shots. Yukamura has been playing well
Yeah.
still, but
Yep.
then Brown's not. Brown can't give you nothing because he's a spot shooter. He can't do it because AD's not committing that double team. And
Yep.
then the same thing over the. I would like to see. You know what though? I would like to see today. If you see that the AD's not giving what you think he should give you, I would love to see LeBron get more in the post
Yeah. I don't know.
tonight.
I don't know what the hell wrong with him, bro. Like
Like I would
he's
like to see AD. I
running
like
away
to see
from
LeBron
the
get in
post.
that post more.
Yeah, he's just running away from the post and just settling for the jumper. And I get the jumpers a lot
The
easier
jumper
from
and the three.
Alabama. Yeah, like I get the three is an easy out because you don't have to use as much energy. But they need
Mm-hmm.
like nobody can stop him on the post if he really want to. Like
Nah, he can't be stopped.
nobody. He's shooting over the top of Draymond. Looney too slow. Jermichael Green ain't got enough bricks in his pants to stop him. Moody is too small, but he's
Mm-hmm.
big by just settling for 3 pointers. And it's not like he wet. Like he's shooting
No, he's not shooting the three. Well,
super.
it seems like to me he in the first half he was going to the basket, he was getting to the rim, he was
Yeah,
not selling. Then the second half he just started shelling for threes, and then they got smoked in the third quarter, and that was it.
yeah,
That
yep.
was it with them. So it's just like, all right, bro, like listen, we get it, but it would probably work better if you just say, hey, you work in the lane of I'm gonna start mixing it up and getting the post when they take AD out or when they play when AD's not giving you what he needs, you need a post presence.
Yeah,
Especially against this team because when you speed up the tempo, you
yeah,
play faster. That's to the Warriors' advantage. They love it. They want you to speed up the tempo. They want to be able to get those quick shots, quick threes,
yep.
right? That helps. And then you know who that really helps? Outside of a Steph and a Clay, especially because they run a lot of sets for those guys, it helps a Jordan Poole,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right? Who's been struggling, was able to, but found his shot a little bit in game one. He had 6 for 10 threes, 6
yeah,
for 11. He had 6 threes. It was actually awful. He was dreadful. He was dreadful against the Sacramento Kings. In this series, it allows him to be able to play to his advantages, which is quick, fast, lack of really thinking. I hate to say that. Lack
yeah,
of thinking, unconscious level of game plan, and be able to shoot that three and get it out there and play quick and fast in a hurry, bro. He loves it. It's to his advantage, it's to his skill set, and it puts the defense on their heels because he can play quick. He
yeah.
is he's quick with that ball. He's got a great handle. So to me, they got a tough. I don't know what today's gonna look like,
Yeah, it's gonna be
but
a pick 'em.
it's, it's gonna be a very pick 'em type game. Who you got winning tonight though?
I just think Lakers being back at home. I think Lakers win tonight in a close one. Um,
Mm.
I think they win a close one tonight, and I think game four. I think the Warriors lose that one. I just think Lakers got too much. They got the formula to win. It's just they got to do it right. Like we know the Warriors what they are on the road, even though they played a younger Sacramento team, won 2 games on the road. But I still think they struggle on the road from a defensive standpoint, and I think that
Mm.
it's the Lakers. So they'll win the next 2 games.
I'm the opposite. I think that I totally think that the Warriors gonna win tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
They, I think
they
it's gonna be 2-1 going to game four. I think Lakers may win game four, and I think it'll be 2-2 going back to Golden State.
going back to
Um, Going back to the Bay. I do. I just don't see. I feel like the Warriors feel like now we got a good form, we got a good diet to understand what they need to do. And here's the thing. Here's a key recipe that I noticed in game two. I think in game one they were focused on LeBron,
Mhm.
and they did a conscious level to try to stop LeBron and get him out of rhythm.
Yeah.
Game two they focused on AD, and they realized LeBron's not it. They got to focus on AD, and
Yeah,
I feel like that's what I'm starting to see. I'm seeing a team that now is saying, "Hey, you know what? AD's that guy,
yeah,
right? AD's that guy. Like not LeBron. AD's that guy, and it's starting to show, man. It's really starting to show. Um, and that's what I'm starting to notice. Is that's the difference between the two teams. Now you're starting to see that particular ingredient, right? AD's that guy. And they're starting to say, we're gonna make a concept to stop AD.
yeah,
Not LeBron. LeBron, go get your 28. Go get your 27.
yeah.
But you're not commanding a double team anymore. We'll single up, we'll put Wiggins on you, we'll
Yep.
put other players on you, Moody, we'll put other players on you and get out there green. We'll put whether it's what's that, but hey, we're gonna put Green, Draymond. We'll put Draymond on AD. We're gonna send double teams. We're gonna make a conscious effort to stop him.
Yeah,
And you're starting to see it, man. You're starting
yeah.
to see it very clearly. That's the game plan.
Like you said, LeBron can go for 30, but how impactful is that 30 gonna be, right? Because they still need
Hmm.
30 every night and get you double digit rebounds and just command the paint. But if he
I
don't
agree, bro.
come with it, bro, it's gonna be a real short series. Like I can't build a franchise about somebody every other night. Like I need the person I'm building my franchise. I know I can book this every single night from an effort standpoint.
So what adjustments do you think the Lakers gonna? We seen what the Warriors made in game two. What adjustment you think the Lakers gonna make tonight to win the game?
One, they got to win the paint points, get to the line a little bit more, and just effort. Like you saw it in the Memphis series. Like when if you just give all out max effort on defense, bro, you win a lot of games in the NBA because you got more effort. But they can't let Clay go fucking crazy, right? You like look, they gonna make their number of tough shots, but at the same time, you can't go down and shoot your long jumpers and they getting out running. So you got to control the paint and the free throw line. That's what I'm be looking for tonight.
So you think there's gonna be more of a paint game
I think
than last game?
they'll get more calls at home. I think the refs will give them a call.
Mm,
And the Warriors can't afford to be in foul trouble at all, especially Draymond. He can't
mm.
get them in foul trouble. Other than that, he runs their offense. I know
Green
Steph.
start. Does Green start again tonight?
Oh yeah, you go with the same lineup that you had in game two. You gotta go Jermichael Green at center. You got Draymond starting. I think you go back to that. You ride that out. Because
Here's
Looney
a quick
still
question.
so Mr.
Yeah, just a question. Why is it such a? And I got around the game started at 7. Why is it such a big time gap between the first game and the last game? It's like it's a
I
3:30 game. It's a 8:30 game.
I think that whole prime time slot, like this is prime time being in the Bay Area. They want the game to be at 5:30. I
Yeah, but
get
it's not in the Bay Area. It's in Tinseltown. It's in LA tonight.
I just think that whole prime time game, it's a Saturday. They just wanted to be at 8:30, bro. They figure everybody be at home or go out where they're gonna be at. I just think that's just kind of how it is.
It's crazy that Jimmy got 10 points already, and he's got with those bad with that
blame,
bad ankle, man.
blame them Ning Lings or he went.
You can't let Matt Strauss get 9 points already, bro. Like that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Tibbs got him.
Uh,
And then
yeah, he's
why
got to make some
Derrick
adjustments,
Rose
man.
either? Like he got Derrick Rose just camped on the
I
bench.
don't know, man. Jerry Rose puts out little comments here and there that he's an effective player, but and maybe he's an effective player on a bad team. But
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe they feel like he don't play winning basketball, bro.
That's a good
I,
question.
I still don't. But I know why is there a 5 hour gap between these teams this game, man? Like that's the most ridiculous thing. NBA. Why do you have a 5 hour gap between the games, man?
They say, bro, they just want you to do something in between.
Canelo fights at 11. That game will end around 5. I
Shit.
think around like Canelo fights at 11 Eastern Standard Time. Folks, by the way, excuse me, America, there is the East Coast. Well, we do not want games at 8:30. Like we don't want a game on a Saturday 8:30. Who the hell sitting at home on a Saturday 8:30 besides old people? Hey, yo, nobody wants to sit at home and on the 8:30, bro. Except old people. Nobody wants to be sitting at home on the 8:30 old people, bro. That's just ridiculous, man. NBA get together, bro. We need to stop this.
Yeah, it's a big gap.
We need to stop this. That's a humongous time. That's 5 hours. This
Yeah,
game's gonna end at 6. We just sitting here.
you gonna be sleep though.
Uh, I'm gonna not I may not be asleep, but I'm gonna be out this door. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
be sitting at home. Like yo, like sit here at 8:30, man. Like I don't know what I'm doing at 8:30. But
yeah.
8:30, I don't want to be sitting up in here.
X.
Absolutely not, brother. I want to be doing something else. I don't be sitting here worrying about this stupid game. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like that's ridiculous,
Big
bro.
do better.
You know, what do we got? Clown sound? Get the NBA a clown sound, please, for
Give
making
it.
a 5 hour difference between
They get
game three. Is that not in between game? Who else
nope.
playing?
It.
You gonna wait 5 hours
Yeah.
for, for what?
Yep. This is it. Yep.
Five
It's
hours
it. And I think the Nuggets game tomorrow come on at like 8 o'clock.
for what? Do I got nothing else to do on Sunday? First of all, Sundays I have other shows to watch,
Right.
primetime shows. I'm just saying, bro. I ain't trying to sit here until 5:30. I mean 8:30 and watch the Lakers and the damn Warriors, bro. I get it. That's 5:30 on the West Coast, but
Mm-hmm.
there is a East Coast.
East Coast run the driving market. They ride
Exactly. So
trading.
if you have a game at 3:30, that game between the Warriors and the what's the name should be 6:30. That should be a 6:30 game, bro.
Facts.
I'm a little upset about this right here. This is ridiculous. What's this on? What station is this on? Let's look this up.
ABC.
ABC. Come on, cuz.
Prime time, baby.
Out the West Coast. Come on, cuz.
Prime time, baby.
Listen, man, that's ridiculous, man. But listen, yeah, don't watch this game. Go watch the Tupac doc with his mom, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
Abs- Absolutely fun. It's an absolutely fantastic doc. I watched episode 4 like literally late last night, man. It comes on 10 o'clock. I watched it. I recorded. I watched it, man. It's actually the psyche of Tupac, the stress level, um, the situational that he went through as far as his childhood, as an adulthood, and becoming like the breadwinner. It's sort of how like when ball players when somebody instantly gets into a lot of money,
Hmm.
it's sort of how that works, right? Like
Yeah.
you build your entire career, you working on things to become this guy. And I mean to take off us on sports, but just a quick note here. You work all entire life to become this guy and become that person. And then you all of a sudden accumulate that you achieve those dreams, you achieve that task, right? You achieve those dreams, and then you accumulate a lot of wealth, right, or money, wealth, and then out of nowhere, now you become the breadwinner.
Mm.
So yeah, I think he was staying in Calabasas, like George's family was staying with him.
You
He was
chilling.
only he was like 25. So
Unfortunately, all
and yeah, he lost his life. But then you look at it like all these people were there to support him and helping him achieve these dreams. But he's just out here, stressed, trying to make sure his mama house good. And, his mom would never leave. I don't know what she liked about Stone Mountain. That was so great. I think my auntie, God rest her soul, she loves Stone Mountain too. And I never understood it. Like I'd be like, aunt, like, why do you live out here? But, but
yeah.
they just, it was her mom. I think his mom, she lived still in Georgia. She
Mm.
never really moved out there. She always stayed in Georgia. Um, and she went to land. But just seeing that storyline, bro, just seeing the family, the situation wise, it takes you back to 1990, especially as the situation with, his untimely death. But it's just that when you watch it, bro, you really realize like this dude had, he had he had a lot of things going through his brain. He had a lot of troubling situations that was positive and negative. So a lot, and especially in that era, that era was a little different, right? So yeah, I want to stay on that. Let's get back to what we know, the NBA action. And so you saying that it's going? You got LA tonight and LA game 3 and 4.
And in both games, the Warriors road defense is totally different. I get they won 2 games against Sacramento, but
Yeah,
the different beasts. From an experience standpoint, they're not gonna make those young mistakes that Sacramento is making. And I just think the experience and then they lack a road defense for the Warriors is it's gonna be glaring the next 2 games.
I I definitely got the Warriors. I got the Warriors win tonight. I think Sacramento's a better offensive team than Lakers could be.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh,
Made way more firepower, better
they're
shooting too.
way better in my opinion. It's better shooters, better players in certain aspects. Outside LeBron and AD, I would take the Sacramento rosters over LA roster any day of the week. I
Oh,
mean, just get rid of Harrison Barnes for sure.
you
He is
gotta
absolutely
you gotta have
that
the
boy's
man like the
that
locker
boy's well, he's trash, bro. He needs to be a coach then, because I
room,
mean,
man
be a veteran, be a
around.
veteran coach, be a veteran coach, but stop being a player because you were awful.
Yeah,
You
just
was absolutely awful.
yeah, I just think Harrison Barnes is one of those players, bro. Like you just, especially for that team, they so young. Like you need
Mhm.
a veteran presence. Getting in there for Darren Fox is there. Hey Sabonis, like he's been around. Like he's been through the wars with Golden State. He's been around the block. Like you just need someone like that on the team. He may not give you the production on the court, but just from a locker room standpoint, man, just sitting down talking to him, somebody might be having a bad game. Like your superstar like looks Sabonis, but we need you today. Like you're an all star for a reason. We need you to come and play. Oh, De'Aaron Fox, but you the reason why you won clutch of the year. This is your time right now. These last 5 minutes of the fourth. Like he just. I think that's why you have Harrison Barnes on Sacramento's team.
Well, clearly he wasn't doing none of that because they lost and they lost bad, bro. And they lost, and then like I told y'all when I sent the text out, I said it. I meant what I said when I was like, "Oh, they about to lose, man." I just felt like I watched his body language of DeAndre Fox. I was like, "Hey, bro, he don't look like he didn't want the ball in his hands." It
Yeah,
didn't look like I'm looking at the game like, bro, they're gonna lose. He doesn't look like he. They need him to be aggressive. Whether if you shooting, if you're hitting shots or not, get to the line.
yeah.
I don't know if his finger was bothering him heavily, but it just seemed like to me like it looked like they needed him more than anything, and he was just not there. And I was when he checked out on his team, I checked out on him.
It's
I
just
was
that
hot.
could be that playoff pressure, man. Like it's a
And you
different.
cost me money, DeAndre Fox.
It's a different beast, bro. That
You
playoff is.
cost. I don't care about the playoff pressure. You cost me money, dog.
Aaron said, bro, like he'll pay you.
You cost me money. You know what that? Did y'all know what that parlay was looking like? When you got a team, you pick a team to win a series that they did not have them. You had them in 7. The money, the team was coming.
Yeah,
I was about to head down old DC so quick, boy. Like, and, as soon as that thing would have hit,
pay
bing,
me.
bing,
Pay,
bing, bing, boy. I was headed right down there, boy. I made rode my bike in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Come through with a book bag like I'm Mattress Mac or whatever that boy name is. I
that
come that thing with book pack on, like, hey, I need all cash, please.
ass, huh?
All cash, like
Straight,
cash only.
straight cash.
Only. Big cash only, man. I was hot when I saw them boys down. But they were up by 2. They were up by 2 or 4 at halftime. I
Yeah,
just seen the change coming in. Like, Lord Jesus, thank you.
come
You
on,
know
Nick.
what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and take me a nice little hold up. Let me I'm buy several flights to go out of the country on this one. And
Facts.
then, boy, when I saw that third quarter, and I
Like,
saw Stucker hitting the shots, I started sinking lower and lower in my seat. Like,
tell your money.
I was hot, but he was hitting threes. I said, damn. I said, come on, man. Then I saw them hit a score. I said, okay, just stay in it. Keep it 10. You at home. Stay within 10. You know how this works. You at home.
That's
Stay
a bone.
within 10. And if you stay within 10, the fouls will start accumulating. They'll call the fouls in your favor, bro. They weren't going to the basket. Sabonis looked like didn't want to do nothing. Harrison Barnes he looked like when he shot that trash 3 he shot, he knew wasn't going in. Like, man, like I'm just watching the game, bro. Like, come on, man. Brown decision making was awful. He kept putting that Davis the second in. Davis, he getting cooked. Why do you keep playing this kid? He getting cooked.
You going
But that's
sometimes you
not
just go been doing the whole season, bro.
that's not here. That Davis the second one playing like that, man. They're playing Mitchell, especially this series. And Mitchell, when he would get in the game, step and shoot the ball. Bitch will just stay there and watch.
He
Let the
admire it.
damn shoot the ball like Mary instead of going try to grab a rebound. Like, man, what is you doing? Luna's got 20 rebounds. Like,
Yeah,
go in there and rebound, bro. Like,
yeah. Yeah,
ah.
it's bonus the business.
I'm tired of it. I don't want to talk about them boys no more.
Yeah,
So, man, so I'm about to say, any discussion outside of that, because we're talking about NBA basketball. There's we got the Canelo fight tonight.
yeah, Derby. Some good
Who
sports
you
tonight.
who you got win the Derby then?
Shit, the favorite out fought. Um, shit. It's a pick 'em, bro. Like if you bet money today, you might as well just go with the field, right? Like
Mm.
it just horse racing, bro. Especially this early, the first one, like it's just hard to pick point. Like if you don't go with the favorite, like you really don't know who else to go with. I think you really get the idea of what horses is going to be at the next, like the Preakness. I think that's when you get
Mm.
horses in the field, you be like, okay, yeah, I can, I would bet money on X horse. The favorite didn't do too well at the Derby. I'm gonna go with this one. I think you just got to kind of get a feel for the Derby. It's the first one. Then a lot of other horses, a couple of them died. Like it's a lot going on right now with these horses, bro. For real,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot.
It's called the steroid shots they're giving them.
They giving these boys something, these horses something, man. But yeah, it's just a lot going on in the Derby right now. The favorite is out, so I would bet money on the field right now.
I hate day betting on horse racing, especially the Derby. I hate betting on them for online because, bro, they only do it on 5 different apps. They don't do anything else.
Oh yeah.
You can't bet the MGM, bet
Oh what?
MGM, which is the local one around here. You can't bet the city one. Yeah, so I'm in both. I ain't gonna lie to anybody. Yeah, so I'm in both. You can't bet the city one, and you can't bet the MGM one. They got the MGM Sports booking down there by the stadium, the Nat Stadium, and then you got the one out there by the casino. And then you can't bet the DC downtown one. You can't bet either one of them.
So
Either
how you?
got to be in house. You can't bet online. You got to be in house, and you got to hope they're betting it. Because
Damn.
they normally don't do it. You gotta be in house and bet it there. You gotta bet the book there, like physically be there,
Oh
or you
wow.
gotta bet that but you can't bet it online.
Damn.
So they don't
Hey,
offer the service. They don't offer the for either one. I think it's like only fan duels and the other. So it's like five that actually do them. So
trying to make no
I can
money.
kill. They can't make no money. If I can't make no money, I can kill us who wins.
Yeah, they
I
done.
don't understand. I don't understand the game enough to really know and really pick like who you think gonna win. Like, yeah, I think it helps that they're like. I think they're like. I think people are like 30-1 or something like that. I think like the best odds like 27-1
Yeah,
for one of the horses, man. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough for that. I gotta look online, figure it out, and do all that good stuff, man. But somebody will win today.
yeah. No
I
doubt.
wanna. I hope to see the Preakness. I want the Preakness to be online, and I bet that one though. What about Canelo fight? Who you got winning that one?
Man, Canelo gonna beat the dog mess out of Ryder, bro. Like nobody know who
Yeah,
this dude is. Like, yes,
yeah.
story to come back home, fight Mexico. I hope you don't have too many plans because it's gonna be a quick one. It's
Man, listen,
gonna
listen.
be out in 3 rounds. Knockout.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, they did not pick Ryder for no reason at all. And they damn sure they pick and they fighting in Mexico. You know they pick Ryder for a reason. In Mexico, Canelo's not losing
Uh,
at all.
It's gonna be a
Canelo's not gonna lose a fight in Mexico, not at all.
you might as well make some other plans because you ain't gonna be there too long.
It's gonna be yeah, whatever's popping, whatever chicken fight, whatever coop fight y'all about to go watch. Y'all should go ahead and put that on the same billing as that. Hopefully they put a coop fight or some bull fight they got going on, some bull whatever they be doing on them. I mean, I've been to Mexico quite a few times. Shout out to Juarez, but I ain't gonna lie, they normally have some coop fighting on the schedule. You better off watching that than watching this fight. It's gonna be more competitive. A cool fight is going to happen. It's going to be way more competitive than this fight.
Yeah, and it is time for Canelo to get back in the mix, bro, fighting some quality opponents. Like
Yeah, he's got some competition, but I
yeah,
don't think he's not going to fight. Let's be real with each other. Canelo's not fighting being Diaz, bro.
yeah.
He's not fighting being Diaz. It ain't happening.
Mm. You
It
think
ain't
he
happening. I don't.
should fight Bubble
Huh?
again? Bivol again? You think you should fight him again?
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
that boy too
no.
big. I
He's
think
too big.
Canelo will settle at one of these weight divisions, bro, and just run through it. All this going up from 160,
Mm.
168. Now you're trying to go to light heavyweight. Come back down. Like you're doing too much.
Well, he's doing it based off his weight.
Yeah,
I mean, as he aged, it helps him because of his weight. The weight fluctuates. He doesn't have to. He doesn't when he fight light heavyweight. It's probably his walking around weight. He
yeah,
doesn't have to when he trains. He doesn't have to take as much weight off. So when he was fighting, you got to realize he came in at welterweight
yeah, yeah.
at
That boy,
147. So like coming up from 147 to like fighting at 168, to 168 to 175 for him as he aged, it helps. Right?
mm,
Like, it doesn't hurt him. Then he was at middleweight for a little minute. It helps him in that angle, but he's not fighting Benavidez. Let's be real with each other. He's not fighting Benavidez. We see it. It's not happening.
yeah, that
Now,
boy,
I would like to see him. Listen, give let's do one of these Charlo twins.
right?
Listen, it's time. I think one of the Charlo twins ain't fought in like 3 years.
Yeah, them niggas, bro, them two, bro, they just about to flash. Ain't no
Like
stop.
so, I don't know what's going on with their contract or what's going on with them or what I don't know. But I think one of the Charles ain't fought in 3 years, so it's like let's see. Listen, get one. Go score out one of these Charlo twins because one is a junior. I think one's middleweight or no,
Yeah,
one
one,
is
one
one
is
is
at 150, 154, right?
one is at 154 and one's at 160. If I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
yeah,
But
yeah,
let's see them. Like one is middleweight, one's junior welterweight, or I don't know if it's one is junior welterweight is 154. So no, no, uh, junior middleweight. I think what it is. I
yeah.
mean, I don't know if it's junior. I don't know. I forgot what you call it, 154. But
Super welterweight.
super welterweight. That's what it is. Okay. Yep. So, but at this point, bro, like fight one of these damn Charlo twins. I'm
Yeah,
tired of seeing them not fight. They don't fight nobody. They just show up and fight drunk and loud. And I'm like, bro, you see
yeah.
them sometimes on the Instagram training. I'm like, well, who y'all training for? Because y'all don't train. The
It's
only
the,
dude is, I mean, other kid, he fought the dude from Detroit. That was about it. I mean, they didn't fight some Mexican because and I don't know who they fighters they get them from. Like, because
yeah,
there's never nobody, no man, like, fight one. Listen, Carlos was go fight Benavidez.
yeah. They don't want that work. They don't want that work.
But you need to fight him because I mean, if Caleb fought him, like you need to fight.
Yeah,
I don't get it, bro. I don't
yeah.
get it. So I'm
All the
with you with Canelo, bro.
huh?
I'm with you with Canelo.
Yeah, like the Charlo twins need to start calling people out doing something, bro. Like they just want to be flossing on the gram. They just want to be at all the fight ringside. Like, bro, it's time to get the respect that you want. Like, you gotta start go fighting some people with some names.
That's true, bro.
Like, you
That's true.
can't
What you talk about?
the third
What?
rank WBC. Like, bro, nobody cares about that. That's why
And
you'll
we don't
never
even know
there'll
who they
never be
are.
a pay. Yeah, there'll never be a pay per view star. Never.
Yeah, nobody knows who they are.
Yeah,
Nobody knows who they are.
a
Who do
local
you?
local
What you
hood
thought about? Go ahead, bro.
a local hood superstars in Texas. That's it.
That's exactly what they are, bro. And that's it. What are your thoughts on I'm trying to do my man name. What is your thoughts on I'm not saying not what do you okay, yeah, it's a good one. Tank. What do you thought Tank's performance?
Um,
I don't think we
he was
talked about Tank's
patient.
performance last week.
He was patient. Um, I think he took away what Ryan Garcia wanted to do, and that was the left hand. I think it was a
Mm-hmm.
tactical performance by Tank. Um, and he performed, right? Like Ryan Garcia is a very quick individual. Like his hand speed is probably faster than Tank. He's taller. He has a long reach advantage. So I think Tank didn't want to get caught, but we knew Ryan only had the left hand. And I haven't seen a lot of Ryan fights, but it seemed like everything he talked about pre-fight, I'm gonna knock you out with the left hand. I'm gonna do this with the left hand. Like, dude, you don't have no other hand. And it was evident that once Tank took that away, like he had nothing else. Now, they got some people talking about it was, fake, with the whole body shot and he was fixed. Like Tank hit him with a good body shot. Like it
He
hit him,
did.
and you get hit like that, bro, where you probably can't breathe. Like I'm sure that shit hurts.
Yeah, in the liver. Yeah, liver shot.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it. And then it's probably like delayed. Like he's probably like, yo, I can't beat this dude anyway, so I might as well just call it quits. Like he took away what his best thing, and Tank just
Hmm.
and tight fight. Tank fought a very strategic fight. He wasn't active, like super busy, but you don't want to get caught either. And I think Tank performed. He did what he did.
Did it meet your expectations though?
Absolutely. Like we called it kind of middle round. Like Tank ain't not knocking too many people out early like that no more. Like he's starting to get that Floyd mentality where like, all right, I'm gonna figure you out. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna punish you, and then I can get you out any time I want, but I won't punish you. And I think he's starting to get that Floyd like when he's not going the distance, like he's just too much power. But it was definitely a good performance by him. Definitely the face of boxing now. He's a pay-per-view star.
It is, bro. I agree with you. I told you I thought it was gonna be early. I
Yeah,
said fifth round. At first I said like around 6 or 7 or 8. I was like late, but now like nah. I thought about it. I said, no, I think he'll knock him out early. I just felt like, especially when he come that second in the second round, I was like, oh, he may not get up. So it
yeah,
was just one of those things where I just noticed the flaws in Ryan Garcia's game. Watching him against different fights, getting put down before, and then Tank just being a um, very patient, very savvy, smart fighter. People need to give him more respect for his ring IQ. He's very smart in the ring.
yeah, absolutely.
He'll know. He knows when somebody's very powerful. He can stay away from him. He did that against what was it? The last dude he knocked out.
Oh, Rolly?
Rody.
Oh no, Garcia in DC.
No, he did not got Garcia in DC. Remember, Garcia gave up
Oh, yeah, okay.
because he gave up. He came up the chair in the ninth round. He said that he couldn't see,
Yeah,
but Rody was the last one he actually knocked out.
yeah,
And I remember watching that fight, saying to myself, like, okay, I see his style now. He's very patient. He's very smart. He knows the fighters that probably have strength. He knows how to play out that strength a little bit, and he knows how to lure you in traps. And he caught him in the trap just like he caught Ryan Garcia in the trap in the second round.
mm,
That second round, if you watch it, Ryan Garcia threw a left hand, the left hook, he ducked it. He got up under it. The second one kind of caught him a little bit brushed. He threw the same type of left hook. Then he threw a right hand up under it to the body. And then the third left hook he threw was the same left hook, but he was way too close. If you watched it again, Tank was putting that right hand out, measuring him,
yeah,
tapping him, measuring him, tapping him to see if he can get enough, get right in that space. Ryan Garcia walked in, threw the same punch the third time.
yeah,
Bam, caught him on the back, right
yeah.
there on the chin, bro. So it's just one of those things where you starting to see that type of feel right there, where you're starting to realize that this guy's ring IQ is starting, his boxing IQ is coming even better and better as he's going through these fights and maturing.
Absolutely. Like, and then for Ryan Garcia, bro, the talent is there. He got to expand his game. Like,
Absolutely.
can't be the left hand. You gotta be able to deliver both hands, like both power with both hands.
Yep.
He's young. He talked his way into the fight. Hey man, sometimes you ask what you want and he got it. But
He
I think
got it. Yep.
he can learn from this, and you know what, and just get better from him because he can be a darling of boxing as well because he's charismatic. You know,
Hmm.
look good. Like people draw to that, right? And that's
Listen,
what
it's always money to be made, bro. There's
acts.
always money to be made, and listen, Duran, Tommy Hearn is not Duran completely out. And
Yep,
Duran still had one of the most amazing Hall of Fame careers.
yep, yep. Absolutely.
Before we get up out of here, what was your thoughts on Lamar's contract, brother? It came out
Hey,
this past week.
hey, bro. I'm glad he stuck to his guns. Because he could have easily folded. And been like, you know what, show up to camp, show up to OTAs. But when you stand on what you want, bro, eventually you'll get it. And I think the Jalen contract helped him. It kind of gave him, Baltimore a barometer of okay, we can work off of this, right? Yeah, eventually someone will break Jones 236. It's just inevitable. But I love the Sean fact that Lamar stuck to his guns. And we always talked about as it got along, like, damn, maybe he should have gotten an agent. But at the end of the day, it worked out. Like nobody's worrying about the past. People's worrying about the future. Because at the end of the day, I truly believe, bro, yes, the agent probably give you those little meetings here and there, can go back door, talk to this team, that team. But at the end of the day, bro, these contracts so public record. Like you know what everybody's making, you know what the ins and outs of these contracts. All you really need is a great lawyer to analyze the contract and make sure you're just getting a good contract. You know whether you want 100 million today, next year, the league year, I want another 100 million of my signing bonus. Like you know all that. Like I truly believe you don't need an agent. But at the end of the day, shouts out to Lamar. Let's give Lamar applause for getting to the bag. They adding receivers now, quality receivers to get him. You know, getting passing the ball, not just going to Andrews all the time. But at the end of the day, man, Lamar stuck to his guns and he got a very nice payday, which shit, in another 3 years, he gonna probably be up again because a lot
So
of
do you like the
that
fact that he
back
had a
row.
no? You like the fact that he had no trade clause and a no franchise tag clause?
Oh yeah.
Do you think that this gives Baltimore like a room of opportunity to move on from him after 3 years?
He ain't gonna be 30, dog. Will he be 30, 31?
He'll be yeah. He's only 26 right now.
And hell, today's NBA, I mean NFL cats are playing a lot longer. So for them to give him that type of deal, bro, you got to believe him. Like, what else they got? Like, unless you draft someone and you hit a home run on it, you got Lamar, and that's what you got for the rest of your future if you truly want to. You change those C's because you wanted more of a passing attack, a balanced attack versus just strictly read option all the time. And you clearly saying we're building around Lamar for the future. There's a second year in a row you drafted receiver round one. You went and signed OBJ, right? Like they're telling everybody like we're trying to build around Lamar. Even though they was playing hardball with the contract, they probably didn't want to do it. But man, these NFL contracts for quarterbacks is getting inflated anyway. You might as well just like it's what it is.
Yeah, but that one third, I understand that it was 189. Um, I like the deal in general because no trade, no franchise. People feel like, and I listen to some of the pundits on talking about this should give up Baltimore opportunity if they want to move forward, move away from Lamar. It actually ties into Lamar even more for the next 3 years for sure, but next 5 years. But
Mm.
my thing is because you're building a team around his skill set, so you can't never press a hard reset without being able to understand that you're building around his skill set. But here's the thing: does this make Lamar run less?
If I'm Lamar, like I think Lamar is gonna try to prove a point of trying to be a pocket passer. I think he's gonna try to show people, look, you give me the weapons. Look, I can throw for 4,000 yards. Right? I can do it. And I think
Hmm.
he may try to prove a point, but don't prove the point. Do what you've been doing. And if they're open, throw it. If they're not open, run. Use your athletic ability. Move the chains. It's about wins. It's not about impressing people and showing people wrong. Like, look, I'm a passer. Man, look, do what you're doing, man. Like, do what you do. We know you're a talented passer. But at the end of the day, just continue to do. And I think he might try to run a little bit more to maybe prove a point to try to pass the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, does this change the style of his game? Because he's more efficient when he's running for 1,000, he's throwing for 3,000. But he's talking about throwing for 6,000. Well, of course, as
Yeah, he not
just a yeah, he's
now.
not doing that. But to me, that just says like a lot about like what is it going to be his, what's now going to be his, what's now going to be his angle to justify this contract? Because this is going to be a very much a contract that he's going to have to now justified by his play, and I don't want him to be in a situation where he's playing. Um, he's taken away from his strengths
Yeah.
as his talent just because of this contract. And I'm hoping that he still stays aggressive in running and rushing and doing what he's doing and playing that style of play and being able to get himself get his team in the right position and not just trying to say I got to prove that I'm worth this 189 million. I want to stay healthy type stuff. Yeah, you want to stay healthy, but that's don't that help shouldn't be your reason why you should be trying to play where you play. Play your style of football.
Yep.
This is what got you here.
Yeah, do what you do.
This is what got you here.
And I
And so
look, if I feel if he can, and I'm sure Ravens probably want him to run a little bit less, but at the end of the day, his legs is a weapon.
it's a
Like
weapon, bro.
it's a weapon, bro. Like you cannot defend that. Like you're not stopping him 1-on-one in open field. Like dude can easy. And if he go for maybe 60 yards a game and throw for 300, I think the Ravens will take that.
And yeah, but I mean, but is that really Lamar being what he wants to be? So I just want him to just play Lamar style football. Don't worry about trying to get the ball to all the receivers. Play that style and utilize the talent when you need to, but
Yeah.
just utilize his talent too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because I feel like yo, like, I don't want him to stop being Lamar.
Yeah.
Like, because Lamar is
Boy, that
is a dynamic weapon.
absolutely. Like you can't defend his legs. Like, and
What you think?
he's getting better as a passer.
He's getting better as a passer. What you think about Richardson? There's a possibility he may start the first game of the season.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I think a lot of times these NFL teams want to start the clock now versus waiting 2, 3 years to see what you truly got. And I think, you're not paying them a ton of money. I think that's a driver too, right? So you feel like, okay, damn, if I'm like I think when Cam came out, that was right before the rookie scale, if I'm not mistaken, or the year before. No, when what's his name? Sam Bradford. I think that was the last year, like paying these big dollars. So
Mm-hmm.
now you feel like, okay, let's see what we got year one, year two, like now. Because now
Mm-hmm.
teams are trying to pick up and decide about this 50 option really and truly after year three at three, right? To see what you truly have. And now it's like, do you sign them early versus waiting too late? So you gotta
Mm-hmm.
kind of play them now to kind of see what you truly got. Like there's no waiting 3, 4 years with these first top five type quarterback picks. Like you gotta play them like right now to see what you truly. And
Mm.
it's growing pains. Right, you're a top five pick for a reason. Like your team is
But do
drafting
you
top
think
got
without a
holes.
quarter? But you think with a quarterback, they not become one of the better teams in the AFC South?
If Jonathan Taylor can bounce back from the bad year that he had this year, if you stick with the running game first and then play off of that and use
Mm-hmm.
ability with Richardson, you got some solid receivers. You got a decent tight end game. You got one of
Mm-hmm.
the lines when they're healthy. You got some pieces to build around, but I'm not going to say, Richardson, I need you to drop back 35 times and throw the ball and give me 300 yards. Like, if you give me 250, but Jonathan Taylor going to be the focal point of our offense. And that's a
Okay.
for the coach if you're going to start him day one.
I agree with what you saying right there. I think they need to. They're gonna have to start him first, and first I'm gonna see what you got, and then you gotta realize you gotta work the type of offense you want to have. So
Yep.
to get the offense you want, you're going to have to play him immediately. So he's probably the best quarterback on the roster.
Oh, absolutely.
I know this sounds like he's the best quarterback on the roster. He's the best athlete in that position for sure, on that team. So why not start him right day one?
Yeah, going to
You know what I
mention, you
mean?
know what you got with that. Like you already know. Like it
Yep.
ain't like damn, is it gonna be close? Like no, I know what I got in him. He's decent. Let him be a mentor in the quarterback room. But let's start the clock now to see. We may not have
Sure.
nothing in 3 years. Like we
Right.
might realize, like damn, this is nothing, and we got to go get another quarterback.
Yep.
So instead of waiting 2, 3 years and then be like, damn, we wasted
And,
5
and at the end of the day, man, listen, Trey Lance out there. You got to
backs.
bring some competition there. You get to trade for him.
He
Bring
gonna
him in there.
he gonna be sitting this year. Brock Purdy come back and be healthy. I believe that he's QB1 for them.
Yeah, I think so as well. Before we get up out of here, it's a huge discussion going on, especially in the Alabama football world. They've been asking the top receivers that came out of Alabama, especially the last 10 years, last
Ooh.
decade.
Oh boy.
They've been asking them
Ooh.
who's the best five receivers that came out of Alabama, right?
Yeah.
So let me give you Jaden Waddle's top five top five Alabama receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Number one for him, Devontae Smith.
Okay.
Number two, Amari Cooper.
Mm.
Number three, Jerry Judy. Number four, Calvin Ridley. Number five, Julio Jones.
Ooh.
Right
Them boy
now,
had some smoke coming out of that boy.
now he said this. He said my list has nothing to do with the numbers or accolades. Y'all don't understand how foolish 2 through 4 made people look. Right. So he's probably talking about Amari Cooper, Jerry Judy, and Calvin Ridley, and then Julio. And he didn't even mention Ruggs. Shout out to Ruggs, man. Sorry, I mean, I hate that it happened. What happened to you, brother?
Yeah.
Man. Hope you stay strong and out there in Las Vegas, man. Get through your situation, and then go back here and live your life because you're a young man, brother.
Absolutely.
But you were definitely was hell on that gridiron, and you're still a good person. You do a lot in the Montgomery community, so hopefully
Oh,
everything works out for you. And he come back and he can live his life. But Calvin really states Smith was Smith's best Alabama receiver,
Mm.
Devontae Smith. Right now, this has been going on for the last few weeks because I think they asked Devontae Smith's top five receivers.
Hmm.
And his number one was Julio, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Judy, and Devontae Smith. Himself.
Mm.
So when you read this, I ask you, who's your top five? Out of those five, not out, but out of those Alabama receivers in general, who is your top five? And do you agree with these guys' top five? Because
Bro.
one has Julio at the one, some people have Julio as the five. I don't know if they're looking at it from they're assessing it from a college standpoint or versus pros. Like I mean, because you look at the pro factor, you gotta say Julio's one. And then here's the thing: I wish we had. I definitely wish we had Domston and Keon on this conversation because, bro, like I look at them five names, I can't name any five receivers. That's in the last 10 years, right? We talking last, we thinking it's 10 years now. Last 10, 11, maybe 12, 13 years. Julio left, I think he was last year 2010. But if you just think about the last 15 years, I can't name a program that's had those type of receivers.
Facts.
Like you can't LSU can't you can't name five better receivers than them five.
Yeah.
You can't name better five in any other program in the United States. So, maybe quick question: your thoughts on that list, and what would how would you label? How would you name? What would you be your top five receivers came out of Alabama?
Well, that shit is tough, dog, because you figure a lot of them only played, you give them two good solid years. A lot of them came out early,
Yeah.
right? So you're looking at basically a 2 year body of work, right?
Yep.
That's how to kind of look at it. And looking at Waddle's list, I have no problem with Devontae one because you look at his 2 years, he dominated.
No, but the Devontae out of Auburn was there 4 years.
Right, but his body, like his dominant years, he
Was his
probably got
last 2 years.
his last 2 years, right?
Right. Yeah.
Kyrie was just Mr. Dependable. Like
Yeah.
he flashy, like he just did his job and went home. Same with Julio. Ridley was dog. Ridley was a dog,
Yeah.
right? Like who else was with Ridley that them couple years?
Well, here's the thing. Really played his last year. Really played with Judy, Devontae, and Ruggs was freshmen. They were freshmen when really his last year there.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Waddle. I would go with Smith one, Judy. I may move Judy to two. Judy
Okay.
was a dog. I would
Mm,
move really down and put Julio four. So if I had to put really would be five for me, and Amari with three. I think I would put in that.
mm,
I wouldn't put Ridley over Julio. Because Julio had some drops, little hand.
mm.
He wasn't short-handed, but the talent was just there. Like he just dominated. Like he was
Now
just so.
Julio,
Julio was a
Julio
dog.
dominated, bro. Yeah,
He
he
was
was
a
a dog,
dog.
bro.
Right, like, and you can even put Julio number one. Like
Julio to me was the best freshman. If I have to get out, and I'm looking at all these cats, Julio is a freshman. Julio's a freshman doing that stuff. What he was doing.
yeah,
Now, that's the difference between everybody else. In a non-offensive, non-throwing era, Julio was a beast. Like, Julio had 200 yards against LSU before. Like,
yeah,
Julio was an animal. I remember Julio was a freshman when he caught that back end pass. They say it was out of bounds against Georgia, and then they reviewed it and they showed that he caught it. Like Julio, as a true freshman,
yeah,
was one of when you saw the talent on him, you were like, this kid is absolutely phenomenal.
yeah,
Like it was just ridiculous. And he came in when they were like, it was a lot of things hedged on him. Like they wanted to see what he was about. Everybody was like, it was a big like Julio had a big target on his back because he came in with a lot of fame. He was the number two player. I think he was at a 1 or 2. It was at him and AJ Green that year. They were like 1 and 2 as far as the best player in the nation.
yeah.
Um, so
Thanks.
I think I always got to put him as one because he started that bringing those dominant receivers to Bama, man. But then you got to go with like, yeah, you start thinking like Judy. You got to put out Coop because Coop was a high. Coop had to be two to me because he was a Heisman finalist. And Coop freshman year, remember he broke out his freshman year because White tore his ACL,
Mm.
and they had another receiver got hurt. and then Cooper started playing, and we saw what we saw with Cooper. Like we were like, man, the Cooper would not even play his freshman year. His freshman year, he got in, and it went. It was 3 years, and we saw he was ended up being a Heisman finalist.
Yeah,
So,
Alabama done had some work come through that dog.
bro,
Like
like I
last
mean,
decade, like you can't find another program. Alabama and Ohio State, that's probably the two, and the
and
rest
then you think.
drop off after that.
And think about this though, like I'm looking at it like, are we doing this just off the body, like you just said, is the body work of the 2 years, 3 years they were there, or are you doing year by year? Because I would say Jason Williams, the year that he was there
Was
was
dominant too.
a dominant year. Like he had like 15 touchdowns, like over 100,000, I mean over 1,000 some yards, like almost 80 catches, and he came out of nowhere. Nobody saw that coming,
Hey, nobody.
and it was ridiculous.
He was just like, oh, he's just a transfer from Ohio State.
Yeah, nobody saw
He
it
just, he
coming,
just
and he came in. He came through blazing. Yeah,
yeah, you can't go wrong with a top five in Alabama. No matter what you pick,
yeah,
everybody has a justification to be number one. And I'm glad Waddle didn't put himself on the list. Like, 'cause I looked
yeah.
at more of a returner type guy to me, like, 'cause it's his speed, but he definitely could get over the top on anybody at Alabama from a speed thing.
No,
Probably the fastest, probably.
I think Walden put himself on there probably because his junior year, his last year that he got hurt. And he got hurt in the
Yeah,
Tennessee game and he broke his leg. And that's probably why he did not put himself in that list. Because if you think about his first 2 years, but you think about he came on the team as a freshman. His sophomore year was as good as anybody. That
yeah,
dude was electric, especially punt returning. But it was really his getting hurt that probably why you look at Devontae Smith the way you do. Because Devontae Smith was able to take on that load once he got hurt. But then you think about Michi.
yeah,
Michi had 3, 4 great years, at least 3 good years there.
yeah,
Michi was an animal.
yeah.
His last year. So you had Michi. You now they've had some, especially the last though. They're gonna have some run for the last few years, bro. Some great receivers coming through there that
And
have
it just
changed the landscape of
oh,
what
dog.
Alabama view Alabama football. Go ahead.
Like he didn't have multiple dogs at the same time.
Yeah,
Like it ain't
yeah,
like hey, I got one, and then you got some decent ones coming up. Like he didn't had two, three dogs at the same
yeah.
time for the last 5, 6, 7 years. Like it's just ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous, dog.
He's had several first round draft picks at receiver. I mean, I think he's running on like I think they didn't have any receivers that cleared this year, but I
Yeah,
mean beforehand, I mean they had with Williams last year. I think he's had like 4 or 5, maybe six more, maybe it's 4 or 5. I mean Ruggs, Waddle, Judy. Julio, but we ain't talking about. I'm just talking about the last 4 or 5 years. Judy, and then Williams, and I'm trying to think Smith. That's 5.
yeah, yeah.
So he had two in one. He had two in one draft. No, he had no. Yeah, he had two.
Ruggs,
He had
Ruggs,
Waddle Smith in the
yeah,
same draft. Yes,
yeah.
man. Listen.
Ruggs went. Didn't they go first round too?
Yeah, he had two in two drafts. He had two receivers in drafts, bro. Like that's phenomenal right there.
Yeah. So since we're talking about Alabama football, what do you think about the kid from Notre Dame transferring to Alabama? 'Cause, yeah, I mean, yeah, evidently, what the kid Sims, right? Is that his name? The little running quarterback, that
Monroe.
Monroe. Yeah. So evidently, somebody must not be sold on the kid for Alabama.
Listen. He's done that before, so I'm not gonna say that he's done it before. He did it with he had a transfer come in late with when Jalen was there. He actually did it when he's actually done it when Bryce was there. To be honest, to me before I think other that or when Mac Jones became quarter. I don't remember. He's done that before.
Yeah.
I'm just at this. Listen, if he was a starting quarterback that won the job, I don't like it because here's the reason why. I don't like it because they're bringing in the a kid that knows the offensive system of the OC,
Reese.
Reese. But my thing is, Summer Reese, I'm gonna say this very clear, and if any Bama fans would listen to this, please, you can. I'll be hopefully somebody can relate to. I'm gonna make sure this message gets to Tom Reese too, though. They're not paying you to bring the Notre Dame offense. They're paying you to take the players, the talent you have, make them successful.
Yeah.
So we're not. I don't want to see the Notre Dame offense. I can care less about the Notre Dame offense. If you can't, if Nick Saban say, "Hey man, come here, we want to run a Notre Dame offense," then Nick Saban should be fired. This is being very blunt
Yeah.
because you don't pay him to run the Notre Dame offense. That's not what they should even be thinking about. Nobody gives a rat's ass about Notre Dame's offense.
Mhm.
Being very blunt about it, right? Nobody cares about that. What they should care about and focus on is bringing the type of talent that you bringing that having somebody who coached the talent that's there, and that's what should his imprint on this team is to focus on the talent that's there. And so if the talent is there, if Moreau is the best player with the best talent in our position, you start him.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't like the fact they brought him in because I'm like, I get you want competition. Moreau's going to have to learn. Oh, we didn't really know what Bryce. I mean, first of all, I thought Bryce was going to start as a freshman. We
Yeah.
didn't know what Matt Jones was,
Right.
right? Because when I saw the small sample size of Matt Jones when Tua got hurt, I didn't see a starting quarterback. I didn't see it. I was like, yeah, he's okay, but I don't see like the interception he threw against Auburn. I'm like, nobody gonna throw that dumb pass against Auburn. But I mean, I like it was the plays that he was making. I didn't see what I saw for his senior year, and Matt Jones lit it up his
Yeah.
senior year.
He's
He ate. Let's see, yeah, maybe that's the OC. The offensive coordinator was balling that year. I don't know what it was, but he balled his senior year. So to me, it was like, okay, but that's what I want them to see. I want them just like when they brought in Shark. I don't recall Shark talking about we bringing the outfit, the West Coast principles. I don't want to see that. I want to see you take the talent that's there and make it successful. And if Moreau is the best player, the best talent there, man, I don't care if he runs the ball 20 times and we see Jalen 2.0. I want to see Jalen 2.0 then. I don't want to see this kid from Notre Dame run an offense and you don't have the type of players that has that type of talent.
yeah.
You don't. Like your receivers are not gonna play well. It's not gonna look right. It's gonna look awful. It's gonna look like when Georgia brought Justin Fields in, and Justin Fields was not the best. He was not great for that offense. They needed a type of talent. He was great for Ohio State offense because he can run that one. I want to see this, and if he doesn't do it, man, listen, he don't need to play.
It's
And but
interesting to see what they do. They
because I
brought him.
was like, I saw it in, I saw he transferred. I was like, okay, cool. But I also was like, man, like, is this about maybe helping the other players? Or is this because I don't want them running a Notre Dame ain't win no national championship.
Right.
So why don't like you should be if you're offensive coordinator and I'm looking at the time Notre Dame, I'm like, okay, this is cool. But when I get to Bama, I want to be like, bro, I finally get to see some talent I ain't never really put my hands on before ever in life.
Yeah.
Let me let me run a system that's great for what I'm seeing. I don't care. I want to see your skill set and see what you got. And I'm running that offense. I don't want to hear nothing else. So yeah, I wasn't excited about it at all. I'm gonna rest on the fact that we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, listen, if he ain't trying to run the offensive game plan to win a championship, and this is about just some BS or some whatever else is, man, Tom Reese be going next year.
Yeah.
Because the fan base ain't gonna have it. They're gonna be like, bro, if he ain't the best player, and he ain't gonna make us the win, they winning 20-17. Man, get that goddamn sorry ass quarterback out of there and run
Yeah.
that damn offense, man. Like I want to see you adjust to the talent. That's what everybody's problem was with Bill.
Mhm.
Bill problem. That's what problem with Bill was. Bill was not running to the talent, bro. He was playing. He was doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
He would run his offense, but he wasn't. Sometimes people felt like, was that the best talent? Was you utilize Gibbs enough?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, are you putting the talent out there? You getting the talent, you got the talent, but can you get the benefit? Can you get the most out of the talent?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
man,
And
when
I
he
think
calls him,
Alabama got to get more out of their receiving core this year. A little bit more consistent,
absolutely,
more
yeah,
consistency.
absolutely. And then, And yeah, you were absolutely right. Catch the football.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
a point
start.
of interest this year. Catch it. Catch it this year.
That's a start.
Last year the year before they wouldn't catch it.
Yeah, you got.
Versus catch the ball, bro. You came from Georgia. You supposed to be a dog.
Yeah,
A
you got.
dog catch the ball.
Yeah, you
Catch the
got.
ball, bro.
Yeah, that's a start. You can't go nowhere without catching the football.
Bro, he was killing me this year. Killing me last year. Year before that, like, bro, I mean, killing me last year, dropping the ball. Then he want to get in the damn Kansas State game. He catching everything.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Like, listen, bro. Him, number 7, catch the
Corey.
ball, cuz.
Yeah,
Ja'Cory, catch the ball, bro. Come on, man.
yeah, yeah. No doubt about it, bro. Yeah, it was the one to get your opinion on old boy coming in, see what they gonna do.
Yeah, I saw it. I wasn't excited about it because he wasn't no stud.
Yeah,
Like I like if he was a stud, then I'd be like, oh, okay, we got us a stud. He ain't playing because old boy done beat him out.
but I think too, you just because LSU, Alabama have way more talent. He may ball a little bit better because he has that much talent than he had at Notre Dame.
Man, you a bum. You can't beat Sam Huntsman or whatever that dude name is. Uh uh came out of what's it? What was no, it's West Forest. You Wake Forest, excuse me. You can't beat him. You can't beat him out. Bro, come on, man.
Yeah, that boy Wake Forest be slinging that thing too.
And he left because he didn't like the situation. So you can't beat him out of Notre Dame, bro. Nah, I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't
See,
trying to hear it, man.
yeah,
I need him to be ready. If you're gonna be better, you need to be better than what you already have. Because otherwise, why not play the younger kids? If he's on the same par as them,
yeah, you gotta go younger.
play younger. Play the true freshman Singleton. I think it's last name Singleton. Or play Monroe. Go
Yeah,
young. I mean, no, you need to give the experience to them so they can get experience. So later on down the season, you win. I don't want to play this kid.
yeah,
This is trash. And everybody keeps talking about the A-Day. Oh, Bryce looked awful the A-Day last year.
yeah.
He was awful, bro. So we'll see, man. We'll see how it works out.
No question about it, my man. Another good show in the books.
Yes, sir, man. Dynamic duo. We doing it what we do.
Dynamic duo. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do.
All right, man. Any plans this afternoon, brother? Before we get
Uh,
up out of here?
it is early. I should do something. It is early. Got the car washed. I need to ride behind the tent and see who's out there in these streets. Out there,
What the fam? What the fam at?
they upstairs doing something, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they are busy doing busy stuff.
Yeah, they doing something, I'm sure.
All right, brother, man. Well, listen, man, get us out of here, man. We got nothing else going on. Time to get out of here. Great show once again, and hopefully, folks, we'll try to get the other fellas here. I mean, Don say he got a tackling football camp. I don't know what he said. I don't know if that was a tackling football camp or something, bro. I have no idea.
Hey, Miles playing tag on the fall, so I think that could be, probably what he
Oh, he's
talking.
trying to learn how to tackle.
Oh, I guess meeting about, I guess the coach for tackle or whatever the case may be. That's the only thing I can assume it is.
No, it's only playing tackle, huh?
Hey, finally, bro, he big enough.
After 15 years of dominating playing football, you get out here and go to tackle somebody, man.
Oh,
Oh, well, yeah.
it's gonna be a situation where he gonna realize if he want it or not.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole different ball game, big dog.
Oh,
So
he be
yeah,
like,
man. God bless you, big dog. Hopefully, listen, Miles. God bless you, man, because
hey,
it's gonna
man.
be a whole different game plan and them little, tapping somebody on the shoulder, and grabbing that damn flag. Like it is. This ain't two hand touch, big boy.
Yes, sir.
Like
You get that one get crack back and be like, yeah, I'm
and
a
he's not even gonna be able to be the. He's gonna start off in what? Like he's in seventh grade, sixth grade.
6 or 7. He's like 12 years old.
So he's gonna start. He's not even gonna start off where a league where they have control weight, so you're gonna play certain positions, or he's gonna start off where somebody may be have the biggest person in the world playing fullback. Good luck, big dog.
X,
Ain't no
X.
tackling angle on that, big dog. Listen, I'm gonna teach you something real quick. If somebody's bigger than you, let them get past you, jump on their back, and pull them down. I learned that at a young age. I learned that at a very young age. I was not trying to like people who I knew were big because we didn't have no control league. One of the leagues I was in, so I
Yeah,
learned like I've been watching like okay, and I ain't have to like figure it out quickly. It was a common sense thing.
yeah.
Somebody come running in and they're too big for you. You just be like you jump out them right here, make them avoid you, and then you jump on their back and tackle them. I
Back.
was not trying to knock no big dude out. Like brother, I'm cool.
Oh no, now you gotta make a business decision.
There's a decision. I'm trying to get to the next level.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro, let's just get up out of here. Boy, the Knicks are shooting terrible. Oof.
Yes, sir.
You
We
done
had it.
recording?
Yeah, I'm about to stop it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.